Oh, well, you can tap in. Do you? Because I need some jurors.
Judge Trendsetter. Judge Trendsetter, can you please tell these people to move over because they don't want to let us sit down, girl. Tell them to move over.
Oh, girl, is that the mafia here? Oh, God.
We came here, girl, to see the court, but they won't move over.
It ain't nowhere for the mafia to sit down, girl.
Tell them to move over.
Oh, girl, bring the picnic chairs in. These bitches is coming in with baskets. Come on, girl.
I got about 100 people with me, Judge.
Okay, she brought 100. Hold on. Because they say yeah. Ro, she on the other page. Because, girl, they follow her in the... Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, you got some church fans? Because it's already hotter. You know a whole bunch of niggas in one room. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Ro, they said more seats over to the right.
Okay, thank you.
You're
welcome. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Ooh, girl, PettyRo, you brought them in here tonight, girl, didn't you? Oh, they followed her here. But Winston, thank you. Let's get into it. We waiting on Kevin. There go Ginger.
Welcome.
So I'm waiting on Kevin Brown. I'm waiting on Kevin. Sweet C, if Kevin come, I'm gonna have to rotate your boss. Let me see your face. Okay, we in this thing. Y'all, this is a serious case. And I need your attention here. When you're not speaking, we're going to need your microphones on mute. Because we don't want no mishaps in this case. This is about money. This is about money. And PettyRo, her story needs to be heard. She has not had a chance to come down from the slopes to be heard. We off the slopes, y'all. PettyRo. Let's get on into it. Kevin should be here in a second. They are reporting the live, so that means y'all tapping harder than they tapping, right? Y'all tapping harder than they tapping. Thank you for the gifts, the love, and scoot over. PettyRo, let's jump into it since to Mr. King about any type of business orchestrated deal. That service is nervous, God.
Damn. I might have to go up the street. They working on my internet service for real. I just left. They trying to get my service upgraded. They would pick today. Hold on, let me see.
We gotta get the dates. Y'all get your pens and paper. Jurors, I need y'all writing the timeline down.
Let's see, that's December 15th, December 12th. It was before December the 12th, because that's when I sent the email. Hold on, let me check this phone. I'll get the first text message. I didn't know you was gonna ask for that.
Oh, it's crowded in the juke joint. Shalonda, it's crowded in here, girl. It's crowded, Winston, nephew. Oh, God. They showed up today, didn't they? Nosy. Yeah, we want to be accurate in here because Mad Cow them here. The media is here. Y'all tap the screen. Let me run and get me a pen because I got to write down dates myself.
Hello, excuse me for a minute, Miss PettyRo. I know you are about to give your testimony, but before anybody gives testimony, I just want to remind the judge that we need to swear our jurors in, and we need to make sure we swear our witnesses in, and the juke joint rules everybody understands. Did you hear that, Judge? Yeah, we got to make sure we swear everybody in, Judge.
Oh, this here, we ain't doing we doing the swearing in today, huh?
We got to swear everybody in, Judge, because I want everybody, yes, Judge. I got to keep my notes accurate, Judge. I'm going back down to the comments so I can get my notes and my pen and pad ready.
So Peacher says come up and told us that this here is a Juke Jones serious case. We got to get you sworn in. Where is my mama made the difference? My Lord. If I could get all the jurors. Peaches, if you see Kevin coming in late, please. We're going to let Pumpkin up until Kevin comes. I need all my jurors. Mama made the difference. Okay. I know that younger generation is here on TikTok saying we don't make no difference in this house. Oh, girl, I know they say that. But mama made the difference, huh? Raise your right hands. Pumpkin, come out for pumpkin. Them peas is not peeing in here right today. I promise to God they not.
I'm coming.
Pumpkin.
I'm here. I'm here.
Hold on, let's get done. Panky, come on, baby. Oh, girl, I hate we're going to have to drop you here. Oh.
I'm on my own time.
Oh, girl. Well, you know what? She'll come back. Oh, girl, they got her. They got her. Raise your right hands. Very cool. Comment cousins downstairs. I need to see your right hands in the comment section. Because you are the jurors in here today. Do you solemnly and solemnly swear to tell the truth here in this Jew John, so help you God?
I do.
Okay. We moving forward. Miss Rowe. Miss Rowe.
Yes.
Did you get your dates?
Yes.
Okay. Could you give the Jew John the dates, please?
November 15th, 2024 is the first time that I text Braid. He gave me his phone number and I texted him and said, lock me in.
Okay, with that being said, I do have a question. I know the nosy people gonna want to know. Where did he give you his number at? Was it on TikTok or an inbox? How did you all exchange numbers?
If I'm not mistaken, it was on TikTok because that's the only place we've ever interacted with each other.
Okay. So November the 15th, 2024, could you give us a solid rundown of the discussion?
Hold on. Let me see. I thought I sent it to you. Hold on.
Hold on, girl. Let me look.
Is this the time that I should be making a hairstylist appointment? Because that's why I'm here. Everybody's face is the same. Is this the? I just came up to make a hair appointment.
Oh, that's on the 5th floor.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. No, anytime. Anytime. I do have some records here from the facts. Shall we? Exhibits.
But that's not the one from the 15th because he originally reached out to me because we was going to talk about the reality show.
Okay.
His
so which one? Okay. So which one should I put up?
I'll send it to you right now. Hold on. I sent you the ones about like the negotiation, the renegotiation. That's what I sent you. Let me go ahead and send you this one because I didn't know you was gonna ask me about the first time.
Right. Okay. Coming cousin jurors, or you guys staying woke? Stay woke. So we're waiting on the new faxes. I do have some faxes, but I want to put them in the order that we need to put them in so we'll know the timeline. Now, this has been going on since Thursday. Surely y'all paying attention. Huh? Surely. Y'all, I know y'all got your pen and your paper. Stay woke.
I sent it now. Everybody now.
Okay.
In the meantime, y'all tap the screen, please. Tap the screen, give the host. Y'all know.
All righty. Let me see what just came in. Is this it, Miss Mayo?
November 15, yeah.
Okay. Let the record show for the court and the common cousin jurors. We do have evidence in from Mr. King. Please, Bright Eye Regal, if you could read that for the court.
It says, it's Petty, lock me in. Got your friend. When you available to talk? Damn, now. Laughing out loud. Laughing my ass off. Give me about 30 minutes and I'm gonna call you. Yeah, I'm not fooling with you. It's been 35 hours. Oh my gosh, forgot that fast. Wow.
Oh, wait a minute. So he forgot to call the first time, ain't it? Oh, you know what? My bad.
Order in the juke joint. The judge was about to point to the common cousin jurors' attention. If my mind serves me right, this is a repetitive thing that comes from several people. He forgets to return phone calls. He's a busy man, they say. Shall we continue?
Now on Saturday it says, hey honey, I know you're not releasing the cast list for another 2 weeks, but I do have to ask if Kiana is on the cast.
Okay. That was PettyRo. What is the next thing I need to show, Miss Petty?
Let's see.
Petty, I'm going to text you from another number. Send a recording to that number because the recording is on here and we got to hear it. So I'm going to text you from another number because we'll need to know when y'all met and how we got here.
You can't show the next one. It's got my real name and my email address and all of that
Yes,
because I had to send it to him. So you can read it. You read it out then.
Okay.
Don't put it up.
That number that I just text you from, send that to this number because I'm not going to put it up.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all, but we have to protect her identity as well as her address. So, yeah.
I'm on 1.4K. Power tap the screen for us. Please and thank you. I think I might have me some breakfast, y'all. I went and got these, I shouldn't be talking about this in court, but I went and got these gummies. When I tell y'all, turn. That's what I'm about to do.
I love the head wrap on you, Bright Eyed. It's so cute.
Oh, thank you. I just whipped this on.
I can never wrap mine.
I transferred them over to my phone.
You got it.
So, Petty, am I starting at Saturday, December 28th?
Let's see.
Oh,
because that was after the reality show. So do you want to just get straight into after the reality show? Yeah, that was starting. I think that is December 12th.
So are you ready for me to play the 7th
through the 10th?
Yes.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Okay. Did you send the recording? Yes. So here is the recording. Now, PettyRo, before I play this recording, I think it is very important for us to know how we even made it to this recording, because I think that starting here at the recording is kind of going to jump through the loop. So the first set of text messages is him forgetting the call and all that. Did any other conversations happen before you sent this recording? Because I think this is what you sent him stating what you wanted.
Right. None of that pertains to this particular issue,
this case.
About the renegotiations.
Okay.
Good morning, Braids.
We went with Atlanta. You want me to set it up?
Yeah, set it up, the timeline, and I'm fixing to play the recording. I got it ready to play. Yeah, okay. They're reporting the live.
We went to the hospital. They are. We went to the house in Atlanta. We went to the house in Atlanta and did the content house. In my opinion, I did a lot of extra things. He asked me to do some extra things. So I said throughout the entire weekend, I wanted to renegotiate. My Wi-Fi is off. Hold on, let me go to the car. Let me go outside. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Could you give us the dates of y'all being in the home? We do have November the 15th being the first time any interaction, but what were the dates that y'all were in the home?
I think it was December 7th through the 10th, I believe.
Mad Cow noted December the 7th through the 10th is a 3-day stay in the home. Continue, Patty.
Okay, so he asked me to do some extra things. I did it. The whole time I was
Did he
searching.
have a title on the extra things? When you say extra things, what were, if you can say, some of the alleged extra things? Because guys, remember, there is an alleged NDA signed as well. So what extra things, if you can tell us, did he ask you to do?
One of the extra things is for me to do Chef Foxy's confessional on my own.
Right. Okay. Did you proceed and do that?
I did.
Okay. Let the record show, Peaches, that this witness was asked to do a confessional with Chef Foxy and she completed that task. Is there anything else that you might have done that would help us to know what other things he asked from you?
He did not. I can't say that he asked me to do anything else. I saw there was a need and I fulfilled it.
Gotcha. So the next is need. Continue on, Miss Petty.
Okay. So as things were happening and things were progressing, I kept saying to him, add this to the renegotiation. It was the whole weekend I was talking about it. On that Sunday, when we left, when everybody was leaving, I sat down with him at the dinner table, and we had a discussion about the renegotiation.
So he was aware that you had thoughts of
the whole
price,
weekend. Yes.
a negotiation being money, things like that.
Yes.
Okay. Let the record show that before she left the house, that they sat down and they discussed. And for somebody to say that's hearsay, wait on the recording, you'll get to know why she called and left this recording. So we are documenting and recording that a discussion was had about a negotiation before leaving the home. Continue, Miss Petty.
So we sat down at the table and he told me he wanted me to write him out a list of what I wanted and why I felt like I deserved those things. What did I do to warrant what I was asking for? And I said, okay, give me a few days and I'll get you the list. So then he says, well, do you want me to hold on to your money then until we finish the renegotiation and I pay you all at once? And I said, yes, that's fine. So when I left the house, I left to do the list for the renegotiation and I left with no money so that I could be paid in one lump sum.
So let the record show the dates were the 7th through the 10th. The witness sat down with Mr. King allegedly and had a discussion about a negotiation. So is it safe to say that the discussion was on the 10th, if that was the last date that you were at the house?
Yes, if that's on that Sunday. I'll pull up a calendar and make sure.
Okay.
December. No, that was wrong because the 10th is on a Tuesday. So it was The 6th, so it was that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So the 6th, 7th, and 8th.
6th, 7th, and 8th.
Yes.
So it was the 6th, 7th, and 8th Peaches. So allegedly on the 8th, they sat down and had a discussion. Thank you.
Okay.
Got that noted? Continue.
So during the week, I was supposed to be working on my list to email to him.
Okay.
Well, I got lazy. And instead of writing it up in an email, that's why I did the voice recording.
Okay, correct.
So now you can play the voice recording.
Okay. With that being said, over here at Judge Trinsetta's Juke Joint, we like to keep the coming cousin jurors informed of what we just heard. So we like to give feedback here in the Juke Joint. I'm going to tell you my scribble notes that you hear here. What I hear here, and I like to hear from the jurors, it seems as though Mr. King, and this is where you all come in, he knew that there was going to be some type of negotiation. Not only did the witness have ideas, he sent her on a task. He wanted her to know, why do you feel as though? And I think that's okay in his line of duty. If she came in and there was more work to be done and she said, I need, and he says, why do you need? So to me, that shows some type of interest, because why would he ask her to go and write it out? Why do you feel as though? With that being said, Bright Eye, Winston, Pumpkin, Boss, Ginger, Marie, and Mermaid. Let me hear from you all in less than a minute. No sleeping on the jury stand. Good point, Hell Kid.
Hey y'all. Hey Miss PettyRo.
Hi.
I can ask a question, right? These questions can be asked at this time, Judge?
Yes.
Okay.
One question.
Okay. One. Is there a reason why you guys did not speak about, like, actually come up with the negotiations during that weekend? Is there a reason why you didn't stamp it? This is what I want by the end of this trip, or whatever extras that I'm gonna be doing?
No, there was no particular reason, but as the weekend progressed, more things were being done. Yeah. So in the middle of it, why would you have a conversation when we're still in the middle of the project? So once everything is done, then let's talk about it. But again, I had been mentioning it the whole weekend. Add this. If I did something extra, I specifically said, add this to negotiation number 7. Add this to negotiation number 8. Add this to renegotiation number 14.
Now, may
and
I
I think, go ahead.
One more question, please, just to follow up on that one. When you asked that, was this, because I don't know the dynamic between you and Braid King, but was it in a playful manner? Because sometimes people, like, was it playful? Like, oh yeah, I'm doing something else, so.
No, I said I was serious.
Oh, okay.
No, I said I was serious.
Okay. That's it for me, Judge.
Thank you, Juror. Right quick, Coy, C-O-Y, said that he accidentally used all caps in your live the other day, Petty, and got blocked by one of your moderators. I don't know if you feel like taking time in the Juke Joint, but I understand how that is. I've been told over there not to use all caps. So, Coy, if you're here, drop us a blue heart, and we'll see if Petty feels like unblocking you. Might cost you a galaxy next time you interrupt the Juke Joint. Go ahead, Winston. Let us hear from you.
Somebody said I need to focus on the road. Y'all can hear me?
Yes, nephew.
Y'all can hear me? I think the story running smooth right now. I'm not able to depict like who was wrong or who was right. But I think both of them is in agreement at this moment. So I think I need to move forward. We need to move forward for me to come up with a conclusion.
Yes, sir.
I think both of them at this point are in full agreement. They just don't have the conclusion and the gist of what needs to happen. And I don't know why you didn't just take half the money at that moment and then come back to the drawing board.
Well,
That's
just
kind of
hold
that's
on.
kind of
Just
baffling
hold on.
me.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Yeah,
Just hold on. We're
yeah,
gonna get
okay,
there.
okay, okay, okay.
We do
Of
have a
course. All right.
recording coming, but that's a good point from juror number 2, Mr. Winston. Thank you, nephew. Pumpkin, let me hear from you. Oh, girl, y'all, this is good to me. This is
All
good to
right.
me.
Hello, everyone. I
Hey,
just,
Pumpkin.
hey, I just have a question. Basically, that Petty stated at the beginning that she saw need for something extra to be done, but then she said that he asked her to do Shep Foxy's confessional. Why would she feel like she needs to be paid for something that she took up on herself to do? I can see him being responsible for the Chef Foxy, but I'm kind of on the fence with her volunteering to do extra when it was not in the contract.
It
Okay.
wasn't in the contract, but if I see something that needs to be done and then I do it and then I come and ask you for compensation for it, that's up to you whether you say yes or no. I can ask for whatever I want to ask for.
But
But it's up
I
to you
understand.
as the business person or the owner or the creator or whatever to say, yes, I agree or I disagree. I can ask for whatever I want to ask
And
for.
that's true. That is true, Petty. So if y'all go to the drawing table and you had about 10 different things that you felt like you should get paid for, and Chef Foxy's thing is on there, which he asked you to do, and if he said he's only willing to pay you for Chef Foxy, would you be satisfied with that?
Uh, that is
You
not
getting
the case
ahead.
right now.
You getting
Excuse
ahead.
me,
Okay.
order in the
Okay.
court. Strike.
Okay.
I have to say we have to
Okay.
ask the what ifs. We're not in a what if situation right now. We are in a situation that we're already trying to work out in one. Miss Peaches, juror number 3. If we could stick to the situation we're in right now, please. If that's okay.
I understand.
Thank you, juror number 3. With that being said, Miss Peaches, please strike the last question from the court G-Junk records. We do not want that in the state's evidence. Boss, let us hear from you.
Good evening, Judge.
Mm-hmm.
Question for you, Petty. You said earlier that you were consistently asking for.
Kenny, you on teacup too. Go ahead. Speak up a little bit, boss. The coming cousin jurors is trying to hear from you.
I'm
Got
right
you,
here.
Petty.
We
You
can't see
said.
you.
Did you say earlier that you were asking all weekend long to have renegotiation conversations?
It wasn't, I said, okay, we need to have this conversation right now. So since I already brought up Chef Foxy's her confessional. So when he said, okay, Petty, I need you to come up here and I need you to do Chef Foxy's confessional. My response was, okay, that's fine. Renegotiation number 8.
Okay, so that means that you were asking renegotiations 7
I
times.
was making it known. Add this to the renegotiation. Okay, I did something extra. Add it to the renegotiation.
Okay.
But when I said it, I'm just using 8 as a parable, y'all. I'm just using it as a parable.
So basically, what you're saying is the more that you had to do in your mental, you document what you were doing.
And I said it out loud to him.
Okay.
My question now to you is, what was his response when you were saying renegotiation?
Sometimes he would laugh. Sometimes he would say, okay, Petty. Sometimes he had a different response. He wasn't writing it down on a notebook. No, he wasn't. I don't know whether he was taking mental note. I can't speak to that. But I know he wasn't writing it down.
Okay. And then, Petty, my last question to you is, when he asked you to do the list of, the things that you were doing to get paid for, you said that you got lazy. Why did you not take that serious? Why did you not fill out a
Just
form?
because I didn't write it down, that doesn't mean I didn't do the list. I just didn't write it down by hand. That's what I meant by I was lazy. I just didn't get out my notebook, write it out by hand.
want to remember, jurors, that we do have evidence that has not been presented to the juke jaunt. So we do have a voice recording from Miss Patty. Some of y'all questions probably could be held on to until we get through the recording. Then we'll come back. Ginger, hey sis, welcome back. Nice to see you from over at Big O. Let us hear from you. What are your thoughts?
It is
What are your thoughts?
hot. Oh my goodness, it's a lot of stuff going on. And because I am not a regular, I have fresh eyes, so I am only looking at the 1, 2, and 3s. I'm not looking at hypotheticals. I don't want to hear the what ifs. I just want to know that people that have been here, you have the background, so you're digging. Well, what he said it like this, he said it like that. What was your tone? Let's just get to the this happened, this happened, this happened. Facts, no hypotheticals, no what ifs, and that's all I'm looking for. But I don't have any questions.
So you have nothing right now?
I don't have any questions. I'm sticking to the facts that are given and not inputting anything. I just want to hear what happened, and then I can.
Gotcha. And then okay, Miss Marie, on you.
Okay, so my question is, when it comes to any contract, whenever you want more, you feel like you're going to be doing more than your fair share. The one thing I was wondering is, why didn't you at the time make sure that every single time he asked something of you, that you brought out your own, I don't know, paperwork with both your both your names on it, and be like, I need you to sign here, so that way I know that for future reference you are going to do what you said you're going to do, instead of just allowing him to try and pick and choose whether he was going to get over on you with it. Because the one thing I know about contracts, yes, they can be renegotiated, but not everyone that gives you a verbal response will come around and say that they were being they were being serious. They can say that it was a joke, especially if he laughed it off. But why didn't you, especially right then and there before you did anything, say, hey, I need your signature and you agreeing to any extra work that I do or that you ask of me. I need you to sign saying that you will compensate me for anything extra. And then when it comes to renegotiation, we can draw up a contract, because I already have your signatures of your agreements. And then we can talk about the money portion of how much each of these things is going to cost. So why didn't you especially do that in the beginning instead of word of mouth?
Number one, the people asking why I'm on Teacup. I'm not on Teacup. I can see me and I can see Winston. So I don't know what the issue is. I can see everybody.
We can't see you. We can hear you good, Patty. We heard better with her on Teacup, y'all, than we did when she wasn't. So she's on Teacup, but we still hear her. You're on Teacup. Can nobody on this side see you, Patty? If it drops her, y'all, she can just come back. Y'all can see her. We can't. I don't see her.
And I see y'all. They saying they can't see Winston, but I see Winston. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just a glitch. I don't know.
Well, I do know that they're recording the live, so y'all just tap the screen.
Okay. Well, as long as y'all can hear me, y'all ain't got to see me. As long as y'all can hear me. But to answer your question, honestly, I never thought that we would be here at this point. Maybe that's my fault for trusting somebody and believing if they tell me something that they're going to abide by it. They're going to hold to it. I don't run around when I talk to people and we have a conversation. I don't run around with a notebook and a pen saying, okay, you said this, let me write it in, and I got to get your initials, because maybe going on down the road, you going to backtrack and not do what you said you was going to do or have the conversation that we said we was going to have. So that's just being honest. I didn't think that I needed to. I never thought we would be here. I never thought he would say, oh, we didn't have this discussion. I never thought that we would get here.
Right. Y'all swipe out and come back if you can't see her. Right. And guys, again, jurors, don't forget there is a recording coming up. Miss Mermaid, let us hear from you, and we're going to go straight into the recording. Tap the screen of 500K. We are going to expect 500K taps before we get into it. I do think we need to play a little music because they are recording it. Kevin is keeping me on my P's and Q's. So 500K. So during Mermaid's talk, y'all should be tapping extra hard. Mermaid, let us hear from you.
Okay. Good afternoon, Judge and everyone. Petty, I have a question. On Sunday, the last day that was on the 8th, you and Braid, you all sat down and talked about renegotiating your price, correct? And
Yes.
okay, so you all spoke, and he said that for you to, get everything back to him. And
Yes.
when you left with nothing because he said, well, do you want me to just hold on to what I was going to pay you, right?
Right, and then pay you all at one time.
All at one time.
Yes.
Okay.
That's very important to know.
That was my only question. Thank you.
Thank you, Mermaid, for bringing that back out. So I do want to bring Miss Peaches, if you're downstairs still. Before we get to this recording, I would like to be the last person to have some comments. I do want to bring out to the coming cousin jurors because it's so quick for you all to get caught up in things before we get down to the facts. So in this situation, two things can happen. Both persons were not as responsible, if I can put it like that, to be honest, as the judge. If PettyRo had things that she wanted to negotiate, there could have been a time, to me, us not being there, to say, well, y'all, why didn't y'all sit down and talk about it right then and there? So I will say at this point, that's lack on PettyRo. But then I have to go to the business owner, the one that has and holds the key. If that business owner kept the money, then that person has allowed more room for negotiation. Because even if there was more that she expected or wanted, when he did not pay her, to me, he was expecting something back. If you hold my money and I've already worked, you got to be fixing to give me a little bit more. Because if I've completed my task while I was there, I want my money right then and there. Who's going to work all week and your boss tell you, hey, wait until you clean the bathroom and then I'm going to have the rest of your money in 2 weeks? We black people. Excuse me to the whites that say, oh, we want our money too. But we don't operate like that. So I do want to bring to the coming cousin jurors that two wrongs don't make it right. But if I have to point out the wrongs in both of them, as of right now, could have done something differently. But if you hold my money, I want my money, LaShondra. So to me, him holding out money means that there was an expectancy. And shall we get to the expectancy? Can y'all hear me? This is good to me. Welcome to Judge Trendsetter's Juke Joint. Where over here we try to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help us God. And we're talking about GAWD. This is for entertainment purposes only. Plus, this is good to me. Let's get into this recording. Tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen. Okay, yes, Glam. I didn't know Auntie Baby didn't have her privileges. Parade. Let's get into this recording. Now, there might come some times in this recording that we have to stop and ask questions to the witness. But I need y'all to put y'all ears on. I'm not talking about the ears y'all be using in these TikTok streets where everything sounds good to you. I'm talking about the ears where it makes sense, even though it... Okay, period. Here we go.
Can you do it? Can we do it?
Good morning, Braid. So,
Hold on. What?
Can we get a date for that recording first?
I don't have the date. Miss PettyRo, could you give us the date of this recording? Oh, I do have, but I can't show it. Hold on. Let me tell y'all. I'll give y'all the date. Hold on. Give me a second. The date is, because her stuff is in here, December the 12th, write it down. December the 12th at 10:03 a.m. Kevin said power tap to 500K. 10:03 a.m. PettyRo sends a recording to Mr. King. We are tapping the screen. After that, I will put up the text message, which will be his response. Exhibit A. Thank you, Peaches. The recording. 500K us. Keep tapping. Try not to be like Poetic Ariad and tap out like we do, because we tap it.
Can I ask a question
go.
right quick?
Miss Pumpkin, what's the question?
Can I get a snack?
Yes, ma'am. It's your snack time. I forgot. Go ahead, Pumpkin. Get your snack. I'm so sorry. Okay. Will we be having sandwiches or salad tonight?
Just
Okay. Okay, we are almost at 500K. We in this thing. Here is the recording. These folks want to know. I see you coming, Cousin Juris, with questions. Give us a second. Good God, y'all is in a hurry, ain't it?
Good morning, Braid. So I was supposed to get you something in regards to renegotiating contract number 14. So all seriousness, this is what I'll say. I believe that I put in a lot of work for the show to keep people engaged before this show even comes out. When I compare what I believe that I've done to some of the other cast members, I think I went above and beyond. I wasn't just there like a stump on a log in the house. Not saying that anybody in particular was, just using that as a reference. I came in to do a job, to try to do what needed to be done. And I feel like some people didn't, and they still got paid. But I guess that's neither here nor there. Let's just talk about me. So, for one, I was doing additional content to keep people engaged on the app. To keep people excited about what we had going on, to keep us the talk of messy talk. I had over 6 hours of live stream that kept everybody engaged, talking about what was going on, trying to figure out what was going on. Even the one video that I did at the photo shoot, when all of that stuff came out about Barb saying Poozie was making side deals for $500 for Nina not to go to jail. I did a video, really just to be messy, just to put something out there to get the people talking, and it got over 24,000 views. That may not be a lot to you, but I'm pretty sure nobody else from the content house put out anything that got that many views. Of course, I stayed up over 24 hours trying to do content. I did Chef Fox's confessional by myself. Just putting in work, trying to make sure that I took advantage of every hour that we had because we didn't have enough time. Trying to make sure that some of the other creators, they stayed engaged, they kept engaged, things like that. So I feel like I was not only on the content creator side, I do feel like I kind of was on the production side as well. I honestly do. So I am asking for an increase from the $500 to $1,200 to be paid for the weekend. In addition, I'm also asking that I do have a part in season 2, because I do believe there will be a season 2. I'd like to be a part of season 2 on the cast side as well as paid production side. I want to be able to have my name in the credits as part of the production team. I'm trying to get my foot into every door that is available, and that will help me to be able to go into other avenues, being able to have my name on credits for a project. Okay, I don't mind doing the work. You see that. But I want to have my name included in the credits, as far as on the production side, as well as being a part of the cast. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm glad I got the opportunity to work with you. I did have a lot of fun over the weekend, even though it was a lot of extra bullshit with the stuff at the players' ball. But it is what it is. So yeah, just let me know what you think. Get back with me. We can have a conversation over the phone if you like. But yeah, that's all I got. We'll see you later. Bye.
So that is the recording from PettyRo. Before we show his response to the recording, to me, what I heard is somebody that knows their worth, period. I know a lot of y'all saying, hell no, but you're not the content creator 9 out of 10. You might not have nothing to bring to the table, but there is nothing wrong with somebody, in my eyes, knowing their worth. And if you bring something to the table, and as we all know, he speaks on views and numbers. If she brought 24,000 views to one video as a content creator and an influencer, that's a lot. If you post a video and you get 100 views in 5 minutes, in 5 seconds, 20 seconds or whatever, that's hard work, y'all. Do you know how hard it is when you out here thinking your videos are just as good as somebody else's, but you don't get those views? You might not know it, but if you're not in this seat or position, get there. I promise you, you'll understand it better by and by. With that being said, Bright Eye Regal, you just heard the recording. What are your thoughts? Because I see the audience. It look like it's 60-40 over here right now. And it's going to be a tight case. But that's why we're here today.
Okay, so after listening to that, it's coming off as if, well, it was obvious that you wanted to have a job for season 2. And I would have assumed that the work ethic that you put in for season 1 was for him to acknowledge that you have that work ethic, and that because you threw it out there, you threw your shot out there, hey, I want to work behind the scenes for season 2. So, I mean, I don't want to give too much on where I'm at right now, but it does seem as though you just were showing your work ethic in order to get that job for the next season. And I'll leave it at 8.
Winston.
I just think that she should have, if she knew her worth walking into this whole thing, I think she should have, I think that should have been negotiated at the beginning, because she knew, Ro know who she is. And, I think by them being at a full weekend, that she was able to, see what was going on, open up, and then that's when her antennas clicked in. Oh, I could do this, I could do this. But if you already knew what you could do, I think that should have been at the table all at once.
Yes, y'all, I'm still here. I'm assuming I'm still on Teacup, but I'm still here.
She here, y'all. She just, probably because they're, Thank you, nephew. Pumpkin, let me hear from you.
Right. After hearing the recording, I just want to ask PettyRo one question. PettyRo, when he said that he was going to pay y'all $500, was that his agreement?
I can't speak for y'all. I can just speak for me, because
okay,
we
right.
know what everybody else got paid. So I can only speak for pay.
All right, Patty. Let me start over then. Patty, when he agreed to pay you $500, was that an agreement that he already had set in stone, or did y'all agree to the $500? Did you agree to the $500?
Yes, Emmons.
Yes.
So you're okay. That's all I need to know.
And let's not forget that she agreed to it, but after the negotiation came in, he held the money. So she did not get paid the first agreement. She did not leave with money.
So she's
We
never.
should be streaming on
I
YouTube.
did not ask him because I see it in the comments. I did not ask him to hold the money. He asked me, did I want him to hold the money until after renegotiations and I could be paid in one lump sum?
All right. So Petty, did you ever get your 500?
You're getting ahead of yourself. Y'all hold on.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
But
Boss.
can you make sure that what is Petty witness, the defendant?
Braid King, Mr. King.
Okay, never
What?
mind.
Okay. Peaches, let the record show that whatever Miss Pumpkin wanted to say, strike that from the record. Boss, let us hear from you.
Well, Judge, I feel like this is a lot, and there was a lot of work that was done here. I'll side with Bright Eye when I say this. I still need to know more, but it sounds like this is an area where someone did know their worth. However, they didn't know the operation of business, and so there was not proper business taken care of prior to all of this work being done. It sounded like that recording was very messy and kind of all over the place. It talked some good things about what the contribution she made, but then it mentioned some people that wasn't working. And so it sounds like she had to overcompensate for some people that wasn't working. And so she was trying to fill in gaps and those weren't necessarily agreed to. But it also sounds like, based on the response that she got, that I heard you say, he wanted to just give it all in one lump sum. He had an understanding to the fact that she should have been paid more than what was initially agreed to. So I'm going to stand there and hear more.
This is good to me. Woo, this is good to me. Tap the screen if this is good to you. We should be at 600K right now. We're working on a milli. Thank God the jurors are the jurors, and I don't have to tell nobody what to say. You're hearing it from them. Ginger, are you ready to give any input, or are you waiting to see Braid King's response to the recording?
Well, let me just make sure that I want to stay on with what's going on. So what I gathered is based on her engagement, her additional engagement, the additional content, the 6 hours of live content, the confessionals that she covered, helping with the other content creators that were there, just in general, just general help, is what she's saying is to negotiate the original 500 to the 1.2K in hopes of also being part of the cast for season 2 and being listed as production. It's straightforward. I don't see how we're getting. It's straightforward. So let's hear his response.
Hey, Winston, the female Winston. This is good to me. Miss Marie, let us hear from you.
Okay, so as someone who has also worked in film, everything has a budget. My question is, did you go into this feeling like you were already going to ask for more? Because there's a budget for production. There's a budget for the people that are going to be on the show. So if you as someone comes in and you already know what your title already is, to do the job of production does not mean you should get paid what production does or even get a credit, because there are things that production had to do in order to build a platform for you to even become a part of a show or whatever it was. So to ask to be put in production credits, yet there's certain things that production does and there's certain money that they have to come out of in order to produce all of this. If you did not even come out of the funds and the networking they had to do and all of that, besides what your particular title was, then to ask for it is pretty much overstepping, because if everyone else got paid the same thing, I know you're talking about knowing your worth. What did you bring to the table before he offered just that $500? Because if you agreed to that, you put a cap on yourself right then and then the minute you agreed to just 500. But
No, let me say this though, because you're talking good. This is good to me. But there is not a cap on it if she never left with the money.
you're right.
She didn't leave with the money, so we can't make it look like she left with money,
Right.
and then that caps it. If he withheld it, there's no cap, and he's the one that suggested it. So it's hard. Like, this is a very hard case because, like I said, both of them failed in areas with business-wise, but you have to put the facts in play that make it be a negotiation, because we're not talking about a contract. We're talking about negotiation.
Okay.
So I do want to state facts. I know a lot of people going to be upset with me, but we are talking about a negotiation. Why did you keep my money? Because we were talking. And then we are going to ask about the contract and all that later. But there are two different things here. We did know that we were going in for $500, but once she got there, then a negotiation take place. So she's asking for the more money with the negotiation, if that makes sense to some of y'all. I know I see some of y'all saying no, but one thing is $500 contract, but there is also a negotiation phase. Do you understand?
So did you go in there with a preconceived notion that you already felt you were going to ask for more, as in, 'cause, again, when it comes to production, there's more than just little bitty things being done here and there. So to ask for a credit and you weren't specifically brought on as production, it's a gray area, because then the production team is he can also face backlash from the actual production team who have a budget for them as the production team. So
Well, he is the production team, so he knows the budget. I don't know the budget. So again, when I asked, he could have said no if there was no budget. So that's not my place or business to know what his budget or his cap is. That wasn't my place to know. And did I go into it saying I'm going to just ask for more money? No, because I didn't know going into it that, like, the one thing that I mentioned, I didn't know he was going to ask me to do somebody's confessional. How would I know that from the beginning? That he was going to ask me to do other things. I didn't know that. So I didn't go in saying I'm gonna ask for more money when I get there. No, I didn't.
okay.
Her question, I think, is though, did you do the other work expecting to be paid for that? Is that why you kept mentioning renegotiation? Because you were doing it?
Boss, we can't
Because
hardly
if-
hear you. And y'all got to pay attention. Make sure y'all paying attention to the case, because if you got to pay attention to it, you got to.
What exactly did you do for the confessional?
She said she did Chef Foxy's confessional. And if anybody's been keeping up, confessionals are kind of like interviews. And so she answered that at the beginning of the trial, that she did a confessional for Chef Foxy, which is almost like an interview. So if you ever tuned into his prior confessionals, he's the one that usually does the interview. It's his confessionals. He interviews the people that he brings into the home. So PettyRo did the confessional, which was his place. She did it.
Okay.
And that was a mistake on his part, because hear me out. She got in the position of a boss. It's his project, his confessional. So when you put everything into perspective, we cannot leave out the work that she done. It might not seem like anything to you, but it was his duty, and he left it to her. That's my 2.2. Do we have any other jurors that want to say anything else before I show his response? Jurors are doing great. Kevin is getting the likes and taps up. Shout out to the moderators. Keep sending gifts. Make sure the panel is getting some coins.
Your Honor, I got
We don't
one
want the
other
live
question.
to go down.
I do got one other question. The additional $700 that Petty wanted to add to the initial agreed amount, does that $700 just pay for the confessional that he asked her to do?